Hi everybody, welcome to another episode of How to Punish. Today we'll be looking at Cetrion. Cetrion doesn't really see a lot of top level play. I say that, but Dragon plays Cetrion basically, and Dragon's one of the best players in the world, so we see a lot of Cetrion through him, but there's not a lot of Cetrion played by other people. Big D brought her out in Combo Breaker. Actually saying that Platinum Raid used her in the US online tournament recently, so maybe she is getting a bit more play than I suspected. Usually with the spring cleaning spec, but they've started to pop up a little bit more online recently, so I thought it would be better, as is often the case, to just take a look at what she can and can't do and the best ways to punish her. So I'm filming this on my stream as well, so if you see me just randomly look off to the side or answer random questions from time to time, it's because of that. So Creams has been vegan for ages, hasn't it? So we'll start off with her normals. So the way that Cetrion, I suppose that they pitched the character when the game first came out, was more as like a traditional zoning character, because she has a lot of long-range projectile special moves. But she's also got a lot of good range normals and strings that leave her... They're not quite rush downy, but they leave her with good frame data, and they can be quite good in hit confirms and stuff. So she can sort of, depending on how you want to play her, the way that I see Dragon play her a lot is to be more zony until you're confident and you can do like an aggressive teleport and then start rushing people down. But it looks like she has a good, even though they've said that she is a zone character, it looks like you can play a good combination of both. So yeah, you have to be wary, and I think she has the best gear in the game. I mean, I've gone with Sea Goddess Cetrion here, but my other one is like Iron Maiden Goddess. So, oh yeah, and she's an Elder God, which is sick as well. So we've got standing 1 is 8 frames. Forward 1, 9 frames. What's that on block? Sorry, +3, so that's quite good. Forward 1, -9. So that's really punishable if they put that out. That's strange for forward 1. Down 1, -5. Standing 2 is a high, -2. Forward 2, 14 frames, -4. So these are both safe. Down 2, so obviously her uppercut. Standing 3, another high, 11 frames, -2. Back 3 is a low, -8. So this is actually punishable. Down 3, -5. Standing 4 is a high, which is +3. So you can actually duck that. So it looks like her best punish buttons are all high. They're either very plus or very safe on block. But yeah, they're all high, so you can duck all of them. That's a mid, but that's 14 frames. So yeah, very interesting. And that's a high, and that's -9. Yeah. Let's go over our last few normals. You got back 4, -13. That's her sweep. And then down 4, -5. So she doesn't have a lot of command normals, actually, to be fair. She's only got a couple on each. And they don't seem to be great. I mean, apart from her, like the 3 buttons that we said, standing 1, standing 2, and forward 4, which are all high. Standing 1, standing 2. Yeah, forward 4. They're all plus on block or super safe, but yeah, she doesn't have loads of good lows. She doesn't have any good low starters, it looks like. Just this back 3, -8, and that's actually punishable. So yeah, it doesn't look like Cetrion excels in the normal department. I mean, this is a good punish though, if you were to hit. What she lacks in her like long range pokes and stuff in the normal game, she makes up for in hit confirms and punishes. So if you whiff a button against her and she catches you with this 2-1, it can lead to some big damage. of forward 1-3. Does she have any crushing blows on any of these? No, just on... I think she's got one on her throw. Yeah, triggers in Cetrion. Oh no. Okay. So none of the moves have anything to do with her variations, which doesn't make sense to me. Alright, special moves. Don't know why they would give her crushing blows attached to non-competitive variations. Yeah, I will play non-MK games on my on my stream. But for now, whilst this game's still fresh and Shang Tsung and all the DLC stuff is, I'm going to stick with Mortal Kombat. But when, yes, peas and rice, let's go. Curried goat was my favourite, is my favourite rather. Yeah, when like proper big games, like Cyberpunk, when that comes out, I'm going to play that on stream. The Avengers game, I'm going to play that on stream. But for now, I'm just going to focus on Mortal Kombat. I don't know what else I'd play, to be honest with you. Yeah, Octail 2 stick as well. So you got 1-1. So yeah, this is where Cetrion starts to excel. Because her strings all confirm into stuff. And they've got a lot of good properties like high-low mix-ups if you're not ready for them. So you got 1-1, which is -2. 1-1-2, which is -8 but pushes them away. So you'd have a hard time blocking that. Big pushback on that one. Then you've got 1-1-4, which is a low. So that's a mix-up in itself. I mean, you block low anyway, but if they're not ready, you can get them with the low. -12, so that's unsafe. So you have to be careful. And that looks like it's got a big gap in it as well. So you can probably be down 1 or flawless block there. So you'd have to be careful. Forward 1-3. This is what I was talking about. So if they try pressuring you with forward 1-3, these are two. The threes are mid. So the first one's a high. It's the same height as the forward 1, but it's actually a mid. So be careful. You can block the first hit, but you definitely can't block the second hit. And it's -4, so it's safe on block. And forward 1-2, which is -11. So that's also unsafe, but she does push you away a little bit as well. So it might be a bit difficult to punish. This seems like the tail of the tape with her. That her punishable strings, she pushes you away far enough that, apart from that one, she pushes you away far enough that you can't get big punishes. Maybe on this one actually, she doesn't push you miles away. That's 4-3-2. Then you got 2-1, -1, 2-1-2. Multi-hitting -5. So this is usually used. Cetrion usually uses on you as a combo ender, meatless combo ender. And you got 2-1-3. This will be her. That's -9, but as again, it pushes her away, so you have to be careful. And then that's a crushing blow. So if you look here, if she hits you with that on a counter hit, that's going to pop you up, and you're going to get. She's going to hit you with a big. I mean, Cetrion doesn't do massive combo damage anyway, but if she hits you with stuff like this on a punish, say if you're a Scorpion and you whip and you get your amplified teleport gets blocked, or Sub-Zero, Ice Slide, or whatever, if you whiff any big buttons against her or try and do stuff that's super unsafe against her, you're going to catch a heavy combo. So be prepared there. Is that an overhead as well? Yeah, that's an overhead as well. So you have to block that last one high. So then you've got forward 2-3. This is where her strings start to get a bit tricky. So this is -10 on blocks. So that's actually super punishable. So if Cetrions do this to you, which happens to me a lot, they'll do forward 2 like that, and then they'll do it again and go into the forward. That's forward 2-3-4 is this overhead, which is actually -9. So they're both unsafe. I didn't know that. So that's -10 and that's -9. So don't let her get away with any pressure with these, because you'll see that they'll like to do down 1 afterwards into the rocks like that. So they'll do a string down 1 into rocks. So don't let them get away with whiffing. If you block these, so you have to block this one low, it's a mid then a low, and then this a mid-low overhead, so you have to block the last one high, and it's multiple hitting, so you can't let go of block. Same with the 2-1-2. But if you block either of these, -10 or -9, you can 1-1 into a full combo there. So don't let her get away with that. That's very interesting. I didn't know that. And then her last string is back 3-2. Yeah, so this is her only low starter string. think you can, yeah. So she can hit confirm off back 3, but she can't hit confirm off back 3 too. It's got quite a long range. It moves her forward quite a lot. Actually, it's a lot shorter than I anticipated it to be. The animation of the move is much less than the hitbox, because you can see the flames hit her, but the actual hitbox of the move finishes just in front of her. But this is safe. -5. So she'll probably just be using this to move forward to whiff punish you, or try and whiff punish you with the down, with the back 2 into something. Maybe back 2 into rocks, or back 3 into rather. Yeah, so that's her strings. She's got a few decent strings. Like I said, not massive amounts. A lot of them are safe. The main one, which I didn't know about, was the forward 3. Was it forward 3? Was these two basically? No, these two. Yeah. So forward 2-3 and forward 2-3-4 are both unsafe. So do not let them get away with pressing buttons after that. Do not let them get away with down one-ing or anything. I mean, this is a multi-hitting string, and this is a multi-hitting string. So hold block for both, and that last hit's an overhead. So it's mid, low, overhead. So you can high, low, high is how you can block that. Or low, low, high. But you have to block the last hit high. But it's -9, so you can definitely hit her with a standing 1 full combo afterwards. And she can't. So she can special cancel she can special cancel the 2-3. So be careful if she does that. I mean, that's not the fastest special move. Yeah, so she can special cancel that. So be careful. She could mix you up and do forward 2-3 into rocks, or forward 2-3 into something. Forward 2-3 into fire blast. So just be careful, because she can special cancel that. But if she hits you with this and you block it, she commits to that part of the string. -9, remember. So fully block.
My man!
My man. Devora, smash or pass. This is... No, this is the variation everyone plays, Theodore. CDYK4. My man, thank you for the follow. Smash or pass? Pass, I think. Because she was definitely going to give you that basic, not basic instinct, that, completely forgotten the name of the film. Where she's an alien, and she comes to sleep with all the men and consume them. Fudge, what's the name of the film? But yeah, like that. So pass. I'll be passing, sir. And Theodore, this is the variation everybody that I've seen play. The only time I've ever seen anybody play the other variation was yesterday, and it's got the ground pound. But we'll go over both just to see. But this is spring cleaning, and this is the spec that everybody else uses. This is the main spec that everybody uses. This is what Dragon uses. This is what Platinum Raze uses. But we'll go over the special moves now anyway, and I'll go through the differences of both. So yeah, remember, -9. Super punishable. So she's got loads of special moves. So you can see lots of variations of the same move. So this is down back 1, -20. But this is Cetrion's... I can't remember, dude. I'm sorry. This is Cetrion's bread and butter pressure tool. So she'll down 1. So if you see... It's -20, right? Super duper duper punishable. If she does it to you after a down 1, you've got all the time in the world to punish her, right? Any button you can hit, or you can go make a cup of tea, come back, and you're gonna have time to punish her. But where the mix-up is, whoops, is that she does Spider-Man somersaults. Is she can amplify it and block. So that's the mix-up, and that's safe. Species, thank you. Yeah, she looks like she'll species me. So that's the mix-up. So you have to be very careful when you're trying to punish the rocks. You can flawless, if you read the amplified rocks, you can flawless block punish it. But that has to be a big read, because... Well, maybe it's not too much of a big read, because she might down 1 you again into it again. But, yeah, so if she just goes for the rocks, it's -20, but she can amplify it and hit you with the follow-up on block. So that's the mix-up basically. So you have to be very careful. If she doesn't have meter and she does this to you, -20, punish that sugar. I mean, she pushes you a little bit back, but you should still be able to reach out and get a good punish. And she can do it at different ranges as well. So she's got the one close to her, and then this. I mean, it's only slightly further. It says far, but this is more often than not used at the start of a round. Cetrions tend to use that the further one at the start of a round, and it actually does have a crushing blow property on it as well. Is if it is amplified. So if she does the amplification stuff, and it eats a projectile. So on my YouTube, if you go and watch it, I do an analysis of Daddy, who plays Dead of Winter Sub-Zero, versus Platinum Raid, who plays Spring Cleaning Cetrion, and what happens is. Hold on one second. Yeah, sorry, let me just... And somebody made a good point in my chat, but I'll get to that in a second. So, yeah, so this eats projectiles. So, yeah, Daddy versus Platinum Raid, Dead of Winter Sub-Zero versus Spring Cleaning Cetrion. The round starts with an EX Ice Ball. So EX Ice Ball is unique, because projectiles in this game usually don't interact, they usually just go through each other. Which is what makes this unique, because this can actually eat projectiles. However, so does Dead of Winter Sub-Zero. That Ice Ball is unique in the sense that if you amplify the Ice Ball, it goes through all other projectiles. So it's interesting because at the start of the round, they both did their amplified Ice Ball, amplified projectiles. Only this ate the Sub-Zero Ball, which goes through everything, and gave him a crushing blow. So this actually goes through. So if you're a Sub-Zero player and you're trying to beat this with amplified Ice Ball, then it's not going to work, so you have to be careful. EX Rocks is never... So, somebody just made a point in my chat. You can punish the gap in EX Rocks. You can stand one. Oh, okay. That's interesting. So he's saying that you can... In between... So, Abel Mark in my chat is saying that... So, let's see if we can record that. So, let's test that quickly. So we go to practice options. I'll switch to Devora. And then I'll do record. Okay. I'm trying to press one when I block her. So he's saying that I can press a button in between that. I mean, it came up with punish, so I am hitting her. Oh, there you go. So you can, he's right, there you go. So you can actually, if you get the read, thank you, Abel Mark, there you go. Thank you, man, that's a really, really good point, well made. So if you're fast enough, you can actually, I mean, I'm mashing one. It beats it. Oh, there you go. Thanks, man. There you go. How to punish, credit Abel Mark on that one in this how to punish video. You can actually standing one in between. I mean, it looks like you can get her out of it as well. There you go. Oh, thanks, bro. 1-2 crushing blow. Yeah, I didn't know that. I didn't know that at all. That's a really, really good point. And as I said, you can. I said it's might be difficult. You can see I've flawless block punished it. So, yeah, it's not invincible, and especially not, as Abel Mark just pointed out, you can, let's put me back to, you can standing one, so as he said, Devora's standing one is 7 frames, so if you've got a 7 frame, I'm not sure if that's the same with 7 or 8 frame standing ones as well, sorry, with 8 or 9 frame standing ones as well, but if you do have a 7 frame standing normal, you can actually interrupt the rocks. So there you go, actually. So that's never... Yeah, I mean... Yeah, yeah, another good point, as I was just about to make. Abel Mark just said, doing it online might be difficult if you're trying to get frame-precise punishes on a... It's exactly the same as what does it say, the recovery? It's exactly the same as Liu Kang's forward 4-3 up 4 on. Sorry, forward 4 up. Forward 4-3 up 3. Gosh darn it! It's probably the same as that. It's 7-frame gap. So if you think they're going to do it, you can definitely get a 1-1 punish in between. But trying to hit a 7-frame punish when you've got 180 ping is a bit difficult. But if you're playing offline and you've got a 7-frame punish, you can definitely punish the in between rocks. We've just done it 3 or 4 times. So yeah, thank you, Able Mark. So there you go. I had no idea about that. But yeah, be careful when you're throwing projectiles against her though, because so if you're standing about this far away and you're trying to throw projectiles, the range of the amplified rocks is, so if you see the wall itself doesn't actually go that close to you, but when you amplify it, the range of the explosion is pretty high. So Jinx, I can imagine, man. I don't even want to know. I swear, when I get Davey in my chat has posted up a crushing blow combo in the corner off an amplified parry, and it made me cry blood. So yeah, that's one of her main like anti-zoning pressure tools. So she's doing it in your face. It's punishable. This -20 unamplified, -4 amplified, which is safe, or -3 amplified, which oh no, -4 from up close, isn't it? Yeah, -4 from up close, but you can interrupt it. So very, very, very important point there from Able Mark. Okay.
My man!
My man! Yeah, that's all I try and do, man. When against that string in online, you just have to hold the pressure until you think they're gonna do the up 3 and then flawless block it. Jinx, thank you for the follow, my man. Yeah, it's always safer to go to the flawless block online, man. 150% agree with you. You have to be so careful. Even flawless blocking it, I still get clocked from time to time. I was trying to flawless block Jade's kick string yesterday, and I just kept getting hit by it. I can do it like 9 times out of 10 offline, but you know, it's like I said, like in my video, how do I choose to do the right combos? You always have to be cautious of the situation of where you're trying to do stuff. So if the guy's lagging or if the ping is super high, trying to do frame precise punishes is just a very brave notion, shall we say. Yeah. And he can do it. He can do it. No, he can cancel into parry, and he can cancel into the stance, which he can then do the mid-low overhead string or whatever it is, the nunchuck string. So he can do it into his stance, and he can do it into the parry as well. So if he does the kicks and he reads that you're going to interrupt with down 1, he can cancel it into the parry and catch you pressing buttons. So you do have to be careful of it. But that's a big read on Liu Kang's part. Down forward 1, Hell's Wrath. So she can actually do that in the air as well. So what it does is it puts her in the air and she does this flame thing. -17. I mean, it goes over their head if you do it up close. But -17. This is quite hard to punish from a distance because you can see it pushes you back a little bit. And then you can amplify it, which pushes you back even more. So it's -14. So Cetrions like to throw this from far away, just to keep you locked down. But yeah, they're not going to be throwing that in your face. But if they do, -17, that's a big punish. And then you can do it close, or you can do it far away. So this is normal, this is close, and this is far away. And you can amplify either of these as well. So be very, very careful. As I said, I play Garrus, so it's quite good if you read that she's going to come down, or if she mistimes. Say she does this and it doesn't hit, or like a far one and she doesn't hit, you can definitely counter punish with, like, if you've got a Scarlet Tentacle or Garrus Sand Trap or something, you know, like a super long range projectile, you can definitely punish that. But if you're going to be approaching it, just be cautious. And obviously she can, like with her other special moves, she can amplify that and block as well. So you can block the first hit and then potentially get hit by the second hit. So be careful. What else have we got? Oh yeah, and then she can, like I said, she can do it when she's jumping as well. So be careful she takes the air, because she can actually change her jump arc. So if you think if you're trying to anti-air her, if you think, oh, I've got the read on the anti-air, she can actually just fireball you in the mouth. So, or if you're throwing projectiles at her, you're trying to catch her jump, she can just stay in the air. And I think she can Tiger Knee it as well. yeah, so she can do it really, she can do it quite close to the ground as well, so just be very careful with that. Then she's got Boulder Bash and Geyser, and Geyser is specific to I'll do the teleporting again. Geyser is a spring cleaning specific move. So we're going to do the Boulder Bashes first. So you've got this Boulder Bash, which is back forward 2, which is a high only move. And then you've got this Boulder Bash, which is down back 2, which is a mid. It's +3 on block. Bloody hell, I didn't know that. So that's super plus on block. So she's doing this, I mean, the startup is super high, so you can definitely punish her out of doing that. But if you get hit by that close range, that's +3. So that actually leaves her plus on block. I had no idea. But the trick with this move is, if you see, the animations of both is the same. So you have to be very, very careful when you're jumping at her. If she's trying to zone you out with Fire Blast, and you're trying to jump over them, and she's getting frustrated and flustered, you have to be very, very careful, because she can throw either of these. And this one can actually anti-air you as well if you mistime your jump. So you have to be very careful. And the air one, if I remember correctly, has a crushing blow on it. So if you hit somebody, if you get hit with just that and you mistime a jump, you're going to get crushing blowed and pushed full screen. So be very, very careful. But yeah, the startup on this move is ridiculously long though. 48 frames. So if you see her doing this at this range, you can definitely, I mean, you can press anything and punish her. You can punish her with your own special move, you can punish her, however you want to punish her. Yeah, and then she's got this Geyser move, which is specific to her. 18 frame startup. It's not actually tracking, but it's -20, and the startup is really, really high. So this is a very strong move though, because obviously, like her other zoning game, what they like to do is they like to hit you with the rocks, which puts you plus, and then hit you with this afterwards. So that's just, you have to, if you block a rock from full screen like this, be very wary that you might end up blocking a Geyser, because she can actually do this full screen as well. Look, I'm literally standing at the exact opposite end of the screen. So you block the rock, and then you get hit with this, and then she can teleport next to you for a full combo. So yeah, just be very careful when you're blocking those boulders from full screen, because she can hit you with the Geyser. And then another reason that the Geyser is strong, let me go back to Control Player 2, record, which is this move has a very unique mechanic. You can't break away out of it. So that's amplified. So if she amplifies it, that's what it looks like, and you're in the air, you cannot break away. So you have to be very, very, very careful when she does that to you, because she can get a full combo. You can break away afterwards. So yeah, that's the point I just made. Don't try and trade with the Geyser, because she can teleport. Once you're in the air, she can teleport. You can't break away. You have to hold it. So the second one is the unamplified version. That's the amplified, and that's the unamplified. So you can't break away. If she goes in afterwards for like an uppercut or something, then, well, if she uppercuts you, I wouldn't break away anyway, because that's the end of the combo. But if she tries to like do a jumping attack on you, as soon as she hits you, you can break away. But when you're in that bubble, you can't break away. So be very careful. To get in against the low boulder, practice flawless blocking it. Yeah, that's a good idea as well. Let's see if we can flawless block it. Yeah, there you go. That's pretty straightforward. I'll say that. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, I mean, it still pushes you back, but it makes it much less plus on block. So Ominous did really, really well. Ominous was really, really good that whole tournament. He played well in the actual tournament as well against Alcatraz, but
Ominous did a good job. He had a good Jax, and he had a good good Garrus. His Garrus is strong as well. That whole first to 10, that 10 on 10 was hype though. It made me laugh. The biased commentary was just amazing. Ooh. Okay. And then she actually does have one tracking move, which is these tendrils. So, again, super high start up and minus 35, super punishable on block. But, if you're throwing projectiles from full screen, so if you're like an Aaron Black or a Jade, if you try and put your glow on full screen, or you know, whatever you're trying to do full screen, she can grab you with these, and she can amplify it to restand you. I don't know if it's quick enough that you can get a combo. Maybe you can't. I mean, you can definitely get a combo from here, obviously, but let's see if you can get one from full screen. Nah, maybe you can't. Maybe you can get her with you can get her with that though, and then get her. So they can combo you with the lash, and then combo you with the geyser, and then get you in a full combo like that. But yeah, be careful, because that is the only move that she has, the tendril pull, that's a proper tracking move. So it's super duper punishable, but it will track you. So be careful. But yeah, minus 35 on block, super punishable. And then lastly in this spec, I say lastly, I could be wrong. Yeah, she has a teleport. So this is the other part of this spring cleaning, as you saw me doing before. She has a teleport. So just down up, H2 port, just puts her directly behind you. But then you've got a far one. So if you press forward after you do it, it teleports you miles away. And she can actually do this in the air as well, so be very careful if she's doing like, you know, she could try and bait you out like she's going to do an air blast and then teleport behind you and start getting some pressure going down one into that. So be very careful. She can do an in-place one, which I always struggle with. Just down up. Yeah, I always struggle doing that. But if she can do it, so she can just teleport in place and bait you out. Or she can do it in front of you and just teleport in front of you like that. So, he says confidently. Oh, come on, man. Yeah, see, like that. So she has 4 variations of it, and she can do all of these in the air. So she can either teleport right next to you in the air, or she can teleport to you miles away in the air, or she can teleport to you front in the air, or in place. So yeah, her standing one is an amazing anti-air as well. Are you a Cetrion? Oh, you don't main her. Okay. Yeah, her standing one is a very good anti-air as well. I forgot to mention, so be very careful when you're jumping in against her. Just look at the range; it's really high for a standing one, and it's +3 as well. But yeah, be very careful of the teleport, especially in the air. Can she do it after a blast? No, that'd be bait. We might as well just have a quick look at her other moves whilst we are in her other spec, whilst we're here, because I did fight one yesterday. So, oh no. So it's Force of Nature. It depends. I think she's quite versatile, dude. I think you can play her however you want. You can either play her like crazy rushdown heavy with the teleports. Oh yeah, she doesn't have it in this. Or you can play her Zony. I think that's the strength of the character. So in this one, this actually gets rid of the... So you know the wall that we were talking about? It gets rid of that and gives her a much longer range projectile. And she can cancel the boulder now. So she has this move instead, which explodes, and she can do it at different ranges. She can do it close, or she can do it mid, or she can do it far. And if you amplify it, she can amplify it on block as well, which does this double hit. So, I mean, it's pretty good. I think it's a bit more useful than the wall if you want to play a more conventional zoning game, because you can do it
so far away full screen, and then, you know, you don't have the geyser, but this replaces that as like your full screen punish or your full screen zoning tool. And then the boulder bash, you can actually cancel at the cost of a defensive meter. So if you see them do that, then they can cancel it. Or you can hold it down, so she can delay holding it. So if you think you're going to jump, she can just let go of it. Or bounce. Don't know what bounce means. Maybe she can hit you with it? Oh, so she can actually... Okay, so that's... She can change... Oh! So depending on which one she does, she can change it to the other one. So I'm actually doing the input for the air one, look. And then if I press and delay it a little bit and then press back, she changes it to the other one. So that's super interesting. I didn't know she could do that. So you have to be very careful about that too. So Force of Nature looks like it's a much more traditional zoning spec Cetrion. And then there's Earthquake. So this is a low block. So that actually hits you from full screen. It's very much like Jax's one. And then, what is it on block though? Minus 15. So that's super punishable. I mean, they'd be really silly to do it to you for full screen like that. But like with Jax's ones, you can do it full screen. You have to block it low. But yeah, that's interesting about the fact that you can change the boulder dash into something else. Boulder dash lol. But yeah, that's it. That's all Cetrion's moves. So depending on which spec you can, either spec has a very strong zoning game. As I said, standing one, like Abel Mark said as well in my chat, standing one, very, very good anti-air. So be careful when you're jumping in on her. All of her special moves, apart from the boulder, the down boulder, are super minus, so you can punish them. But you can flawless block the down boulder. And try and get punished that way if you can. And also be careful when you're blocking that boulder from full screen, because she does, because she is plusing it, she will do a geyser on you afterwards, and then she can, if she amplifies it, she can get right next to you and get a full combo. Yeah, be careful of her teleports. She just seems like a really good, well-rounded character. The only thing that she seems to lack is all of her best start-up normals are high. So, and remember this string, I think it's this one. Yeah, -9. Remember, keep that in your head. -10, the low is -10, and the high is -9. So you have to block it high, but you can get a full punish after it every single time. So that's a key thing string-wise. And yeah, that's it. So thank you very much for watching. If you like this video, leave me a like and a subscribe. If you like this video and you're struggling with other characters, I've done a whole bunch of the cast. I'm going to do loads. I'm going to do Shang Tsung next week when that comes out. Follow me on Twitter at SodiumJim. I'm doing this on my stream, so hit me up here, give me a follow, get involved in chat. I love to chat to you guys. And yeah, take care everybody, and stay salty. Thank you very much.